Welcome to the 31st episode of Season Tickets. I'm Michael.
And I'm Max. Boys basketball lost to Columbia on Tuesday, and they play on Thursday and Saturday.
The girls' JV and varsity lost on Monday. And our debate for this episode is, did the recent big trade help or hurt the Cavs? The Cavs lost Deion Waiters and a couple bench warmers, and they gained J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert and a first-round pick. Do you think this trade helped or hurt the Cavs, Max?
Yeah, I think it helped. Iman Shumpert is a very good defender that the Cavs really didn't have, and he also, scores the ball well when he needs to. And J.R. Smith is basically Deion, just a little bit older. He's a little bit of a goofball. He's going to come off the bench and score. And, he's even a little bit better defender. And adding another first-round pick is always nice. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, it's good to get another first-round pick, but I don't like J.R. Smith at all. I think he's just like Deion. He forces up a ton of shots, and I just don't really like him. I really like Iman Shumpert. I thought he was a beast, and then he tore his ACL. Hasn't really been the same player, but he's still a lockdown defender. I think this helped the Cavs, but not as much as some people think, because I think J.R. Smith will still lead to problems, just like Deion did. But now we're going to go into the big game, Ohio State versus Oregon in the national championship game. Max, who do you have?
I don't like jinxing it because I'm a huge Ohio State fan, but I'm going to go with Ohio State. I've been with them all year except the Michigan State game, and they proved me wrong then. And, I just think that they're somehow going to pull this one out. I think they're a little bit of a better team at the moment.
These are two of the best teams in the country, and thank God for the playoff, or these two teams would be playing in the Rose Bowl and not many people would be caring. But now, this year, we got Oregon versus Ohio State in the national championship game thanks to the playoff. And I'm going to take Oregon. I think it's going to be a really close, exciting, high-scoring game. But I just think that Marcus Mariota is going to be able to lead the Ducks. And I don't know if I really trust Cardale Jones right now. I know he's been playing well, but I don't know if I can take him over Marcus Mariota. That's a big thing to say. What are your predictions for the NFL divisional rounds, Max?
The Seahawks play the Panthers, and I'm going to go with the Seahawks in Seattle. They are playing great right now, and I really just don't think Carolina's very good. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks, too. I think that the home field advantage is huge, and Carolina doesn't have the offense to be able to play against the defense of the Seahawks. And now we're going to go into the Packers versus Cowboys Ice Bowl rematch. Who do you have, Max?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys. The NFL wants them to win.
Okay. I'm going to take the Packers. I love Aaron Rodgers, and I think in Lambeau, that's not where the Cowboys want to be. I think they get the win. What are the AFC matchups?
The Patriots play the Ravens, and me and Mike are both going with the Patriots, and they're continuing to play well. Tom Brady's been having a very good season. After the Chiefs' whole meltdown, what are your predictions for the Broncos and Colts, Mike?
Yeah, we both have the Broncos beating the Colts, and I think it's going to be a pretty close game, but I think the experience of Peyton Manning in the playoffs is going to be what tops it off. And now we're going to go into college basketball, and is Kentucky still number one, and do they have a shot at staying unbeaten for the whole season after Ole Miss pushed them into overtime at home? Max, what do you think?
They're definitely still number one, and I still think that they have a good shot at being unbeaten, but I think they do lose, but it'll be to some random bottom feeder in the SEC catches them off guard. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, that's like Ole Miss almost caught them off guard. If that three goes in,
right,
there's their loss. But I think it's a bit premature to say they're not the number one team in the country. Duke still has a lot of questions about their guard and shooting play, just like Kentucky does. Virginia isn't an offensive firepower. I'd still take Kentucky over both of them. So I think they're still number one. I don't really think they have a shot going unbeaten. I think an SEC team beats them. I don't think it'll be a bad SEC team. I think it'll be maybe Florida on the road or some other tough road game. But that just shows that conference play is really tough. First game at home against Ole Miss, you think nothing.
Yeah, SEC is not even a very good basketball conference.
And then you wind up down 2 with 4 minutes to go, and everyone's looking at each other like, what happened? But now we're going to go into the other college basketball games, and Kansas play Baylor, and we both have Kansas getting the win with Perry Ellis hopefully having a good game. What's the ACC matchup?
Big game between Louisville and North Carolina. We're both rolling with Louisville and Montrezl Harrell.
Baylor plays TCU. Max, who do you have?
I'm going to go with TCU. They're off to a great start this year, and I think they get a signature win against Baylor.
I got Baylor. I still shaky on TCU. They haven't really beaten anyone great in non-conference play, and I think Baylor gets a big win. What's another big ACC battle?
Virginia plays Notre Dame, and we're both rolling with Virginia and having them stay unbeaten.
I love Virginia, but Notre Dame's also a very good team. I'm taking Virginia, but watch out for the Irish. Iowa State play West Virginia. We both have Iowa State getting the win. Georges Niang is a big-time player. Max, what's another big game with West Virginia in it?
Oklahoma is playing West Virginia. I'm rolling with Oklahoma. They're off to a good start this year and just coming off a big win Monday night against Texas. What about you, Mike?
I'm going to go with West Virginia. I know that Oklahoma had a big win versus Texas, but I don't think West Virginia loses to both Iowa State and Oklahoma. And that will wrap it up for the 31st episode of Season Tickets. Make sure you come back next time as we recap the national championship game and all the NFL playoff action.